The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we got the Dow up 9, Nasdaq's down 6, S&Ps are off $1.50, gold's down $12.80 at $11.2320. You get the silver market off 14 cents at $15.27. Platinum is down 16 at $9.60 an ounce. We have light sweet crude up 74 at $46.88. Bonds, 10 years off 4. 30 years off 13, and King Dollars up 457 ticks at 97.46. And window dressing continues.
It's quite a market.
It's
quite a market with gold having so many problems too. I mean, every single day since last Wednesday, we're now at Tuesday, so we're almost a week out. Every single day, it's
every day they hammer it down, no doubt. And you know, it's surprising. You know, you do have some of the gold stocks down pretty good percentage-wise. But not like they've
comparatively,
been,
sure.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and so it's like, you know, when you take a look at the bond market and the dollar. I mean, the dollar's in a confirmed ABC up. Now, what it's doing today, it has dramatically lighter volume as it's going against, you know, last week. But you know, once you take a B point out, most of the time it wants to finish that ABC structure on the way up. And it's going to be like, okay, if the dollar's going up there, you know, what else can that do to the commodity market? The thing that's still wild. And folks, you know, you hear on a continual basis, okay, the Fed wants to go up, the Fed wants to go up, you know, the Fed's going to go up, I mean, and all of the above. But when you look at that, and then you look at what rates are around the world, it's hard pressed. So right now, our 10-year rate, if you happen to be watching Tiger TV, you'll see line number, you know, that's a 10-year bond issued by the U.S. government, okay? So what you're looking at is you're looking at all the 10-year bonds across the United States, Europe, and Asia. And when you look at that, it's like, okay, we're at 2.2. So if we go to the United Kingdom, you're at 1.9. If you go to France, you're at 0.9%. Germany will give you 0.5% for 10 years. Italy, who has already said they don't have any money, will give you 1.6. You know, so when I look at that context, I'm saying to myself, you know what? We have high rates. And into correlation of
everything is perspective.
It is.
And
it really is.
It's all in comparison to, right. You can't, and I say this to you all the time, give me the other part of that equation. Right?
Yeah.
You know, you say, oh, it's up $10 today. I say, well, what are we talking about? That doesn't mean, oh, our rates are at 2%. That doesn't mean anything, really, because, oh, that's so low. It's not low. You know, more people should know about, like, this information because
it's high.
It would for sure.
It's high. You know,
it would at least give them a perspective of when everyone says, rates are at nothing. Well, you know, we're living in a world economy, and they're relatively high.
They are.
When you look at the competition around the world and where they can go.
Competition for money. Right.
You know, it's a market. That's you can supply, demand. It's
you can go to Switzerland and give them 0.3%. What is that? $30 for every 10,000 to hold it for you. You get to pay. You get
$3 out of every 100. Right?
You get to pay 30.
No, it's less.
Yeah, it's 30 cents. So
$3 per every 1,000.
It's still
$3 per every 1,000.
Yeah. So
$3.
$30 for 100 grand, right? Or 10 grand. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so you know that's where this market stands right now. So we'll see where this shakes out. Now, what we are going to have, folks, is this: is that let's go to the NDX first. So if we take a look at the Qs. The Qs took out the highs yesterday. The high that we're talking about is the July highs. That July high, 114.39. And, you know, bottom line is that Facebook's coming out with numbers after the close tomorrow. Now, today Facebook's a little weak. You know, it got over the highs, it's pulling back, but Facebook has the potential, man, to go to the frickin' moon.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. We started using Facebook just for TFNN more often.
Right.
And you know, it's been going well for what they offer and the prices they offer compared to other avenues to advertise on the internet, whether it's cost per click, you know, acquisition of new clients. Facebook is a great deal right now.
Right.
They're definitely in the mix of any type of online money spent. So we look at it ourselves. So it's not hard to see how small business to that's really what's cool is like we're small business, we're using it, and then you have the giants like Amazon. So it's across the board.
Because what happens, folks, is this: is that you can demographically target on Facebook and get those. You know that who you just target. Like when we go out in the radio, let's picture that we go to a city and we're on the air. The mantra that used to be on the radio in general, it goes like this, is that you pay to play, number one. Okay, so we go into a city, we pay to play. As you pay to play, you're going to be on a year before you even think that someone's going to listen to you. Okay, that's a general manager of a radio station is going to tell you that, and that's real. Okay, well, in the course of a year, you're going to spend $30,000. I mean, easy, maybe more per station.
Depends where you are.
Per station, yeah. And then on Facebook, what ends up happening is that you can target your audience and then decide, okay, is it? And thus far, it's been worth it.
And that's where everything's going.
It is. It is.
You want people to be able to find you on the web. You want people to access you on the web. For what we do, especially and I say that, but it's what everybody does. Everybody's on the web these days. You want people that are on the internet, the ones that are interacting with you.
Well, you know what? So check this out too. This is what's pretty cool, folks. Is that once you get used to that your TV is the web, and I've had these TVs for a while. And I still don't use it as much as Nico does. Okay, so when you walk in Nico's now, right? Like I work out with Nico every morning. I walk in there, yesterday, and I know this, okay? But there's a bunch of people working out with him. Bang! I'm looking at the TV, man, and Nico and Paige are on, and we're just like a regular TV.
Yeah, sure. I think he has Apple TV that he uses for that. I'm not sure. I know he has Apple TV at home.
But it was just like normal, and I was cracking up.
Is practically a USB device these days. I mean, Amazon has their own, Google has their own, Apple has Apple TV. As long as any TV is new enough that it has a USB slot, you can turn it into a smart TV for $30, $50.
We were talking about Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Now, this is where you live, okay? Amazon, and they do, this morning, they do have same-day delivery in Tampa, okay?
See, it's interesting, though, because on what? I don't know what. I'm just letting you know. I pull up things I buy, and everything I buy is not available same day. So I'm sure it varies from goods to goods.
There's thousands of items.
Okay, no, I'm sure, yeah.
But now what they started today, so check this out, folks. This is amazing. So what happens is that we have two big distribution outlets in Tampa too, and that's part of the article.
You're talking about Amazon.
Amazon
has huge hubs. Yeah.
Yeah, and so what they started today was home services.
Okay.
Home services. Okay, so you want someone to go put your TV up, $145.
Okay.
You want someone to come fix something at your house.
Sure.
You want
everything on demand, yeah.
It's on demand, and now what they've done is this. So Dave White has always been saying that Angie's List is going out of business. It's like in fact, we'll pull it up. We got to see what Angie's List is like because this is like what they have vetted the people.
Okay.
You go online.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's one of the things they talk about. We'll get to just with Uber, they always bring up that type of conversation when they talk about the valuations and stuff.
Yes.
Because in the same way that Amazon is going into cities and saying, we can do this, we can, let's just create this service on demand. Uber is trying to get into the same type of things where they can say, why can't they have people out there that could run an errand to pick up whatever you wanted? There's a million ways where that on-demand type access is, and companies like Amazon and Uber are built for people at the willing to go out when called upon by whoever's on the internet.
Yeah.
So.
After let's go to Carlos. Hey, Carlos, what's happening, brother?
Not much. Tom, good morning. Good morning, Tommy.
Good morning. It's 7:17 in the morning out in beautiful Gardenville, California.
Oh, yes. It's a beautiful day today. It's not warm. It's not that cold. It's a beautiful weather right now.
Cool, man.
And how you guys doing?
We're
doing
good.
Good to talk to you, Carlos.
Yeah.
That's a great thing to hear. Tom, I have a question. This is related to AMX.
Okay.
And this is America Mobile, and they are L shares. I don't even know if I can buy L shares, but they have two types, A shares and L shares. Now, my plan is to get into AMX, and the only reason is because it was trading around 1560 not long ago.
Yeah.
I think it was in September.
Okay.
And it's been trading between 18 and 16 for about 2 months. And I understand they're going to put on an actions waves that they used to be used for TV, and now I understand they're going to be used for telephone. Now, Carlos Slim owns this company.
Yeah, I can see this because it's pretty cool. It's 14.51 pesos in Mexico, right? Okay.
Yes, and he actually I had this situation when not T-Mobile, AT&T went to Mexico.
Yeah.
He had to give up a lot of rights on the ways that he owned in Mexico.
Okay.
As far as roaming.
Yes.
And as far as letting AT&T compete with them, because he owns the biggest market in telecommunications in Mexico.
Right.
And now he wants a payback. That's what everybody's managing right now in Mexico. But he wants to buy waves here in the United States in the next auction.
Yep.
And he's going to do everything to do that, to make sure AT&T feels the pain. But we'll see. And I just want to see where is the best entry price for this AMX, and I'll let you speak now.
The I like what it looks like. I mean, you're in this large consolidation. Like, it was trading in 08 at 32. It gets down to 11.18. It has 615 million shares. It tests the 11.26 with 310. Hey, just stay right there, Carlos. We'll be right back, all right?
I'll be here. Thank you.
Tom O'Brien, we appreciate the growl and applause. I want to stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 42. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are up $1.50. We're talking with Carlos from California. We're talking about AMX. You know, I like how this is set up, Carlos. I mean, well, I mean, you know, it came off the... It tested the '08 lows. It did it with light volume. You know, you're coming into that whole area. You come into the highs of that area with dramatically lighter volume. I mean, you know, the closer you can get to $16, the better off you'd be. You know, now what you have to do is it has to get through that March level, which is that bottom at level 1790. You know, that's going to take some cause. I mean, it's going to take a bit to get through there, but.
Going back to the bar from March of 13, looking at it. I
am. March of 13. You see how that came down? That came down from 21 to 1790, but with, you know, a lot of force. So I think you get some time to get into it, too. I mean, that's how that's really set up.
Okay. So can I ask you for one more?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I have another one, and this one is FCX.
FCX.
And yes, FCX, Freeport McMoran.
Yeah, are you already in this?
Oh, yes. I already took half of my position.
Lucky you. Yeah, just stay right there, man.
And I have, since it's trading between 11.50 to 12 and goes back and forth since the days that it came back from 14.
Yes.
So I'm in 965.
Yes.
965.
Nice.
So with half of my position.
Nice.
And all I'm doing is waiting for this to show more strength and possibly take in the next nice move to the upside, one half of the it'll be 1/4 of the full position in this case.
Yeah.
And leave one quarter, let it play.
Yeah, you're in good shape here, man. This is a good-looking, you know, setup.
Especially with how gold has come down, this stock is going up. I mean,
it has, and so watch. What you have here is this. Now let's go over to the commodity market for a second. So, if we look at commodities, copper is at 230, gold is at 1122, and you get oil trading out at $47. So this company here, folks, is the largest copper and one of the largest gold companies in the world, okay? Then they turned around and bought one of the largest oil companies in the world. So they're integrated 3 different ways.
Sure.
And I think it's off the bottom, you know? You know, so, you know, this little baby here, I think your first run will get you up to that 1539. You know?
Beautiful.
You've had...
That's what I'm planning. I have plans to sell one half of the remaining position and leave the other half. Just let it go.
Yeah. See, the way this, where I'm going with the 1539 is that's July 23rd. That's that level there. But this has real. If you're looking for something with real identification, folks, this is it, man. You know what I mean? You see the sign of strength come in. The first sign of strength come in on the 28th and 27th of August. You go up with 110 million. Then you back down with 36 million. It's like, man, you kidding me? Then you push higher again and it doesn't move with 66 million. I always like that. When you're pushing a swing and the volume actually goes up and it doesn't move, that's good. It's like, okay, you're going to go. What does it do? Goes higher, gets up to 48 million, pulls back with 49 million, goes higher again with 93 million, and then you back down with like 23. There's a real buyer there, you know.
Okay. Well, Tom, thank you very much. I'm not going to take more of your time, and you know that you're my heroes, Tom. Thank you.
You're too much. We love talking to you, man.
Thanks, Carlos.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks, Tommy. Bye.
Take care.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Let's look inside this Dow Industrials as to where the strength is coming. So the Dow got a little pop here, a good pop actually. It was only $45, but compared to being down a bit. So Visa's up 226. Oh, Chevron, these are monsters, man. This is a classic ABC up. Chevron and ExxonMobil. Bottom line took the B point out yesterday with volume. Chevron's a 15-point ABC with a 100 price target. Look at those things. Those are monsters, aren't they? And ExxonMobil's a 10-point ABC with a 90 price target. That, to move a stock this big has to be so much buy-in because look at you're talking, folks, 4.1 billion shares. Yeah. It's like, how do you move a stock like that?
Right.
And with that, we'll talk about that when we come back. Dow right now is up 36, Nasdaq's down 3, S&Ps are flat. We're going to be right back.
If you're looking for a great opportunity to diversify your financial portfolio and hedge against the falling stock market, consider the new market-safe Metals Hedge CD from Everbank. This 5-year indexed U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to metals with gold and silver components and allows you to hedge against falling equities with a short component on the SPY ETF. You can earn up to 45% capped upside payment at maturity if gold and silver increase in value and the SPY ETF decreases across annual pricing dates. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on the CD. Don't let fallen markets get you down. Get the Metals Hedge CD. The November 12th funding deadline is quickly approaching, so hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. This is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 53. The NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are up 2.5. Let's go to Dave in Clearwater. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
It's the Tom and Tom show, man.
What's happening, Dave?
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Tommy, I don't know if you remember, my friend, but I met you about 3-4 years ago.
I'm sure I'd remember you if I saw you. Your voice sounds familiar, man.
We were talking, I asked a question that I just couldn't resist asking. I'm like, man, I can't even imagine what it was like having Tom as a father growing up. You'd walk into your room and go, wow, Tommy, it's time to get up and today we're going to go to the store.
A little something like that, for sure.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
I couldn't even imagine that. But anyways, thanks for taking my call, man. I bought today GDXJ, which is the gold miners, junior miners, I should say.
Yes.
Is there anything in that, this is one of those I did it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't do my homework on this, and I know you would know, Tom. I mean, I know that, you follow in the gold report, because I get the gold report.
Yep.
Everything under the sun. Is there additional risk? Does this thing move more or less? So, like the GDX does?
No, listen, man, I love how this GDXJ is set up right now, okay? So let's just look as, first off, what's in it. So what you have in it, you got Pan American Silver is 4.9, Oceanic Gold is 4.8, Northern Star 4.8, Alamos 4.7, Heckler 3, IM Gold 3. Now, what's happened is this, okay? So if we go, let's go GDXJ. We just go back to this for a second. And this is really strange, man. Like I'm sitting here every day just waiting to get like smoked extraordinaire in a couple of these
equities
that I own. Do you know what I mean? And it hasn't happened. And like this morning I came in and I says, man, I like these small equities and I like how they're trading. And in particular, pulling this up, man, this is like, hey, there's no sellers in this thing, man. And at the top of the range in this is like 23.75. Exactly. There's a good setup. And I can show you, if we go to Great Panther, okay? Great Panther, bottom line is that, showing strength, okay? And that refuses to back off. Now, this one here, with done own in the gold report, I happen to own it, though. Vista Gold is like, that won't back off. It's a small stock, and it's like, man, these things are set up. So
it makes me think that maybe, I don't know, I'm not telling you I know what tomorrow is going to do, obviously, but it just seems to me, and I can't quite wrap my mind around this, that the dollar wants to go higher for all the reasons we've been talking about.
Yep.
Talking about the Federal Reserve, we beat that horse into the ground.
Sure.
And, and you would think gold would be getting, to use your term, roasted, toasted, get the butter out, put it on the toast.
Yeah.
But the miners are hanging in there, and I don't have the time to spend as much chasing down all the miners the way you do in the gold report. So I just cheat, bro, and buy your gold report and let you do the homework for me. But the thing is like you're absolutely right, and I'd say it's specifically Great Panther Silver. Considering that they got absolutely destroyed on June 19th, it's hanging in there, and to me it looks like it wants to go, but. I'm like you, man. I keep thinking to myself, okay, the miners are hanging in there, gold's moving down, but it's also moving down, not at least from my point of view, not nearly as proportional as you would think with the dollar moving higher and the Fed somewhat clearly saying interest rates want to go higher.
No doubt. And when you look at Great Panther, they have no debt and they're still taking in, $20 million a quarter. It's like, okay, man, I can wrap my head around that. And I think my take on it right now that we are in inflation. The more of, there's a disconnect. To me, there's a disconnect about what we're actually paying for food and paying for things that we need versus even paying for housing. Housing, I'm looking, I'm saying to myself, you know what? When I start adding up the small things, and I'm looking, I'm saying rents are still cheap, and even though they're expensive. And here, I'm talking about Pinellas County right now, folks, okay? And I'm looking, I'm saying to myself, you know what? Inflation is hitting right now, man, and it's hitting right across the board. And, we'll see whether that comes into the numbers or not. Do you know what I mean? I think what we will have is that starting in January, and we looked at that oil chart before, starting in January, we will not get the positive out of the CPI number that we have because oil started down. Oil was already at $45 January to January, and inside the CPI number, we still get that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we're not going to get that. Yeah. And we're not going to get that unless oil goes down to $45.
And that it hits at the heart of the frustration I've had with the Fed because they keep talking about they look at the core numbers, they factor out food and energy. And yeah, Janet Yellen, I get the fact that a Boeing 777 hasn't gone up and Caterpillar selling their tractors at about what they were selling before. But if you factor out energy and food, which is what 98% of the country purchases on a daily basis, yeah, you're right, there is no inflation. But for those that are trying to get by and have enough money for 3 servings on any given day, and now 3 years or 4 years have gone by of you guys printing money like there's no tomorrow, and now they have enough money for 2.5 servings of food. Look at everything you talk about, the price of milk.
No, you hit it right there. That is the essence. What you just said right there is the essence. And that is almost all of us.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
That's almost all of us. You know what I mean? That's
yeah, you sit there and listen to these interviews, back when it was Ben Bernanke, and I just want to, really, Ben? Really? There's no inflation? Have you walked out of the Reserve Bank in D.C. there and walked down to the grocery store and bought something?
No, they haven't. They haven't.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't gone to the grocery store. There's no doubt. They haven't.
They haven't about it.
Yeah.
Not a bad. Can I ask you for one more?
Absolutely, man.
Hey, man. I know. I'll tell you, this natural gas, man. This thing is like a PhD in trading. If you really
Dave,
want to learn,
we're going to make a lot of money on natural gas. Just imagine. It depends what day. I think about you every morning I wake up. Every morning I wake up, I put this freaking thing up and I say, okay, man, when's it going to happen? Folks, you know what the cool thing is, though, right? Is that it's just a matter of, like right now, I feel like I've been having patients for like 6 months. You know what I mean? And
yes.
And I know, and thank God, it just keeps going lower and lower. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, and it's like, guess what, folks? Natural gas is not going away.
Right. If it keeps going, it's going to be free, man. I mean, it doesn't end. So I don't know about you, man, but I'm looking at it at the moment, the December contract.
Yeah.
And I've been trading this thing intraday, and natural gas is exceedingly volatile, man. So you got to take profit when the pattern's complete.
Right.
But to me, on the cut to the chase, if you look on the daily, it's finished several large ABCD patterns down.
Yep.
This thing is insanely oversold by any metric you want to use. I like to look at the RSI as an indicator of oversold, overpurchased, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And then so you look at what went down on Friday. And if you look at it intraday, just put that thing, if you wouldn't mind, let's say like on a 30-minute chart.
Okay.
To me, it looks like, right, it hits 2.188, completely rejects it, goes north side, completes an ABCD all the way up to to $2 and 2.336.
Yep.
Retraces back to the 618. Does a small ABCD up, which would be a sell guard. It comes back down, tests it 2.31 again. I don't know, Tom. If this thing comes back into 2.23 on lighter volume after this move, that would be the second test.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking about going long. What are your thoughts?
I haven't done it yet, but every day I'm looking at it. And when I just saw you up at the carousel that you call, and I'm saying, and then I saw the GDXJ, I cracked up because I was, I was expecting your call any day here.
You know that.
Yeah, listen, man, we know, folks, we're not suggesting that you go trade the futures in natural gas, because if you've never done them, it's volatile beyond belief, and, you can make a lot and lose a lot. The cool thing is, which we both know at these lower prices, can it get cut in half again? It can, but the probability of that is almost nil versus going up a penny. You know what I mean? It's like,
right.
Okay, so, and that is a monster move, folks, by the way. So,
yeah.
We'll see, man. The 10:30 report's going to hit on Thursday, and you just don't know, man. It can swing anyway because the weather's been warm enough to not need heating and cool enough, nationally. Not here in Florida where it's 90 degrees outside.
I know, right?
But
it's the summer in Florida right now, folks. And I heard that even up in the Northeast, it's gorgeous out right now.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, El Nino's here, man. So maybe we better go into the grains and trade the grains for a while. Who knows?
I'm telling you, man, it's either that or ABC, or hit the ABCD patterns on the gas like I've been doing, and take your profit. Because just think about this, right? You've been trading a long time. Imagine this playing out on the S&P. Imagine some market moving indicator comes out. The Fed makes an announcement. PPI report, jobs report. Pick something, right? And then the S&P, let's say it's trading at like nearly 2,000 at the moment, let's say. So keep the math simple. Imagine the S&P goes up 40 points and then down 60 within the next half hour. They would stop trading. It would would stop trading. And that's a typical day in natural gas, man.
Yeah.
It's just you got to have some intestinal fortitude. And have exceedingly defined risk, which is why I would say to anyone who's just starting trading, paper trade this thing, because it'll teach you faster than anything else I can think of to define your risk, like on a continual basis.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You say it all the time. You got to know what you're putting at risk. You got to know your loss.
You absolutely do.
The best place to start.
You absolutely do, because what happens, folks, is that you're only putting up $2,475, and each point is $10,000. So it's.
Say that again. Each point is $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if it goes from 227 to 327, Tom, you picked up 10 grand.
That's
right.
And you only have to post 20.
Tom, you should see it intraday.
At the moment.
Well, this is what the cool thing is, folks, also. And this is what Dave's been doing. And this is, I've been playing with this in my head, Dave, okay? Because I know when you get something like this, it looks like this hasn't moved intraday, but we know that intraday, this is monster money. Okay,
yeah. And just even percentage-wise, you're dealing with only $2.30, right? So you say it didn't move much, but percentage-wise, it's massive. Right?
Yeah. Right.
Just lose a couple of pennies. It's $100. It's about $10,000 per dollar.
Yeah.
It's $100 per penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you put up 2 or 3 contracts. If you're good at it, and don't get me wrong, what I'm about to say, there have been plenty of days I've lost this too.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. But if you're good at it, and because it hits the Fibonacci numbers, it hits the ABCDs on a continual basis, and there's absolutely no reason why you can't pull $4 or $5 grand out each day.
Yeah,
right.
But you can also, if you don't get it right, you can also lose that same amount.
Larry Pesavento in his newsletter talks about natural gas sometimes. Now I'm gonna have to start paying more attention when he's sending out those charts, because he's using those fib numbers pretty much exclusively, and he sends out charts on natural gas a decent amount.
And what's amazing, folks, okay, is that because the contract's gone down so dramatically, you used to have to put up $7,500 and $10,000 per contract.
Okay, sure.
Go back a while ago, it was around 15.
Yeah,
wow.
Right. Because that's the last time I traded it. I think it was.
That's intense.
Yeah. That's. But it would go both ways.
Oh yeah.
3 or 4,000 was like 3 or 4 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It would go both ways in the next 25 minutes.
Hey, listen, one of the tigers in the den wants to know, and this is another, he's definitely, not, you're going to love it. One of the tigers is saying natural gas, the Widowmaker. And then this is so cool because Ed Young, folks, who we all know, he was a cure for low price is low price. That's our man, Mr. Ed Young. But we get a question from the den. Do you see 3 drives on the 120-minute chart?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's why, going back to the comment I wanted to make a second ago, just to, and I'm not trying to encourage anyone to trade natural gas.
No, this is a great education for all of us, man. No,
you see a good risk reward. That's all you're talking about. Yeah.
Right.
But from a learning curve standpoint, paper trade that thing and just put the chart on an intraday.
Yeah.
In like a 30-minute or 1 hour, and just start tracing out the ABCD patterns, the sell Gartleys, the buy Gartleys. A lot of times these days with the downtrend on the counter trend bounce up, you've got the Tiger Gartleys. I've been selling a lot of those over the last month, and that's been working out nice. But it will teach you, I think, in my humble opinion, it will teach you that these patterns hold. They don't always hold, but it's a good 60, 70% of the time they hold. And if you define your risk, and you set your risk reward scenario 3 to 1, your account will grow in value. And I got to tell you, at this point, I'm like borderline addicted, man, because this is almost like going to Vegas, dude. You can define your risk. I'm like Vegas. The same you start getting, like, all right, I'm going to get you.
And what you're hearing here, folks, and this is important to understand also, is that when you're trading off fib numbers, with David saying she's trading off the fib numbers, off the ABC, off the Gartley and the Tiger Gartley, and that is a defined risk deal, okay? And what is cool is that there's certain, in this case we're talking natural gas, there's certain vehicles that seem to hit these numbers better than other vehicles.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. And
yes.
And of course, volatility helps anything in terms of being able to learn and go through that.
What always seems to happen is if there's volatility, right, they hit the numbers. And I don't know how that works because the S&Ps, the NASDAQ, when there's volatility, they hit the numbers all the time. But other than that, it's not as consistent.
No, it's not. Hey, guys, thank you so much for taking my call.
Cooking, brother, man. Appreciate it. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow is up by 58. NASDAQ is down 2. S&Ps are up 2. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 66. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are up 2.5. And don't forget, folks, we got a great lineup coming for you. Right now, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Then we're going to TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim headquarters. Kevin Hinks going to be 12 to 1. Steve Rhodes 1 to 2. Dave White will be back this afternoon. Our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, will be on 5 to 6. Let's go to Mike in Dallas right now. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Tom. Listen, Tommy, I wanted to ask you, do you have any particular times that you like to trade the NQ on Nadex?
As distinctively, like over the top, there's not one specific time. Sometimes I will literally pull it up at, I'm talking 6, 7 o'clock at night, and I'm looking at it maybe for a daily on the next day, where you can lock yourself into a 24-hour almost spread that you have.
Okay.
I like the mornings, obviously, because there can be huge action right at the open.
Right.
So, now with the same respect, though, there's a lot of premium when you're trying to play that, though. So it really all relates to, and we've gone over it before, it's like what kind of premium is the market putting into the product versus what type of premium you're willing to pay for the expected move. Whether it's premium you're paying for or premium that you want to collect. Like Daryl's always collecting. Well, he's collecting it because he's looking at the premium versus what the market puts on that premium. So that's kind of what, if I think that there's, enough market movement that might happen at the open and there's not too much premium, that's a trade I like for sure, because the market definitely pops one way or the other on most days on the open. So that's a move you can capitalize on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tom, when you're going through bonds in different parts of the world, like France and Portugal and so forth, if you don't mind, if you could sometime bring in the what the Swiss are doing sometimes.
Absolutely. In the Swiss right now, you have to pay them to hold your money. You have to pay $30 per $10,000. So if you want to lend money to the Swiss,
it's minus 0.3 of a point.
Minus 0.3 of 1 point. How's that?
Okay.
Isn't that wild?
Wonderful. That's great for them, huh?
I said to Nico this morning, I didn't even know what negative rates were like 3 or 4 years ago. I mean, it didn't comprehend in my head.
It makes sense. So when you think about it, because somebody's got to pay you for that money, and then they can only pay you for it if they can take it and turn it around in 2 seconds and be making money, so
there's no doubt.
No, I agree. Negative makes no sense, but that's because we've all been trained.
Yeah.
Tom, my son just moved back from Geneva, and part of his pension plan, the people were going to buy some municipal bonds for the city of Geneva.
Yeah.
And they were put on sale, and then they took them off. And so my son called to find out what was going on, and the answer was, well, we had the bonds ready for sale, but then we decided we really didn't need the money.
Right. Right. And this gets back to
they'll just do what they need to do with the cash flow.
Yeah.
So.
Well, watch, and this really gets back to the conversation we were just having with Dave about inflation. Okay. Yeah. There's so much cash in the world that, guess what? Inflation, I think, is here, but it's going to get worse because that cash is going to get used. And you can make the argument that we don't have the velocity of cash. I mean, people are holding as much cash as they have, but I don't think that. I think cash is kind of moving pretty quick right now, through the economy.
That'll be a big driver, whatever that scenario ends up.
Huge, man. Yeah. And all it takes, is our perception that things are getting more expensive, because then all of a sudden you got to get something now because you know that 3 weeks from now it's more expensive. Cooking, brother.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thanks, Mike.
You folks have a great day, safe day. Stay right there. We appreciate all the calls, all the Tigers and Tigresses out there. And folks, if you like the program, please tell 3 people. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Ben.
Wow! Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.